Hi there, Pokefans. I am your humble host, Fan, and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Today we are going to continue on our mission to complete this Windworks. Is it a storeroom or is it a admin building? Let's call it an admin building. I think I still have the illegal fight to fight. Did I fight you yet, dude? He doesn't want to have anything to do with anything. I didn't even need to engage her in a conversation. I only needed to step right in front of her. I wonder if I could have gotten past her if I didn't step onto that tile right over there. Anyway, here we go. One of her Pokemon is illegal. It has a specific attack, or maybe it's a specific evolution at the level it should not be. And this is not it. This Zubat is not it. Now this Beldam I got for a specific reason. It helps me with fighting type Pokemon. Not right now, this instant. But it will be helping me with fighting type Pokemon. It should also help me with poison type Pokemon. But again, not this instant. Only once it evolves. So that's going to be quite a drag to get him into that situation where he is evolved. Now this switcheroo I'm doing over here is because this bloody Zubat managed to hit a supersonic, confusing my nose pass. Okay, he goes for a U-turn. And U-turn is effective because Beldam is a psychic type. And Purr Ugly comes out. This bugger, Purr Ugly at level 16. Okay, let's go to Nose Pass. He shouldn't have a confusion type move. In other words, a move that induces confusion. Fake out. It's a good thing I wasn't attacking because that would have just messed me up. I'm specifically going for a rollout because that builds up. And the Purr Ugly has quite a lot of bulk. A lot of bulk. So I have to get through that somehow. He obviously goes for Growl, or she goes for Growl, trying to lower my attack stat. But I'm hoping that the rollout builds faster than my attack stat can be lowered. Okay, third rollout. It did a lot less than I was hoping. It seems like the Growl is variably effective. Okay, that did quite a decent amount of damage. This should be the last run of the rollout, which should take him out. Purr Ugly used Thief. And there we go, this should, yes, it does take out the Purr Ugly. It was just about the only strategy I could think of to use against Purr Ugly. And all of my Pokemon leveled up. Nosepass and Beldam both growing to level 14 and Piplup growing to level 16. Does that mean that Piplup is going to evolve after this battle, or does it still need 2 more levels? I'm inclined to think that it only needs 2 more levels. Of course, he has confused my Nosepass again, which means I probably have to switch out in order to get rid of that confusion. Is she going to do another double confusion initiating move or establishing move? U-turn. Damn, she keeps predicting me like 100%. Another supersonic. At least Beldam avoids that. Come on, just get the attack done. Astonish is bad for me. It's super effective. At least Zubat is only on level 14. I'm also on level 14, but that does mean that the attacks don't hit as hard. And now she has managed to confuse Beldam. The tackle still hits and it takes out the Zubat. If it didn't take out the Zubat, I was going to switch again, just to get rid of that confusion again. That's basically the strategy I have at the moment. Okay, so what happens now? Ah yes, Piplup is evolving. That took long enough. And Piplup evolved into Prinplup. It's almost like they tried to say Prince Plup, but they couldn't include the S over there, so they just said Prinplup. Okay, so now I get Metal Claw. Okay, so all of this, as always, if you want to read any of the dialogue, feel free to pause the video at any of the dialogue spots, even if you have to go back a bit, and then you can read any of the dialogue. I just rush through it because I want to get on with the rest of the game. Okay, let's get out here. And there we go. It looks like that route up top there was open already, but I need to heal up first. There we go, healed up. Or all healed up, I should say. Back on Route 205, and as I said, this route over here has opened up. Can't go over that ledge. Obviously I have to take on this hiker because he is guarding that item over there with his life. And it's probably going to end up being something like a PP up or a Carbos or a Pokeball. The best thing it can be is a Pokeball. I would have liked if it was a TM or a HM. Well, it won't be an HM, but if it was a TM. But those are usually in Ultra Balls. And that is only a regular Pokeball out there. Okay, Prinplup, you're the only one that can deal with a rock and ground type. Everyone else can deal with it in terms of its rock typing. But not all of them have steel type attacks. So that's why you're the only solution right now at this moment. And Nosepass grows to level 15. Now I need to do is get Nosepass in Mount Coronet or something and level him up over there. That'll ensure quite a bit of growth in my team. It'll actually give me a second steel type Pokemon. Okay, Beldam now also grows to level 15. The real question now is, at what level does Beldam evolve? I think it evolves somewhere on 20 or so. Why am I switching it out to Beldam specifically? It's not like Beldam can do any actual attacks. Well, it can do a tackle, but that'll take all day. And we don't really have all day. I think what I'm trying to accomplish is get Beldam to gain a larger portion of the shared experience that everyone gets. Water Gun is my only water type attack I have at the moment, and that did quite well. Bidoof. Now at this stage Bidoof should have a water type attack, even though it is still a normal type. Something like Bubble or something. Technically I should be able to do quite a bit of damage to him with only tackle, seeing as I am much harder. Well, not me personally, but my Beldam is much harder than a Bidoof. It would be cool if he had a Hyper Fang. That'll take a real big chunk out of my Beldam. I didn't say it was a good thing for me, but for the hiker that would have been an awesome attack to have on a Bidoof. Okay, let's see what this ends up being. X attack. I knew it was something like that. And it ended up being the worst option for what we have. For a second there I thought he was going to walk far enough to actually encounter me. I didn't really need to do it that way, but I did. Okay, I don't want to fight this girl over here because she's a fighter. I mean, she specializes in fighting type Pokemon. And there we go, we have managed to dodge her and we found ourselves a repel. That'll make life a bit easier in the future. I almost ran into the bloody fighting type training girl. That would have been really bad for me. I wonder if what... yes, I want to rest. Definitely want to rest over here. Okay, this bug type guy, what does he have to say? Yes, I went through a ton of forest by myself. Okay, I didn't go through a ton of forest by myself, apparently. I still have to go through it. And that is done through going over here. Now this, okay, that bug type trainer over there only guards the entrance. I don't really want to fight that or join that girl just this moment. I just want to see what this guy has to say. For your guys' sake, because you know I don't even actually read any of the dialogue. But whatever happens, I'm going to allow this girl to... What is it? To join my party, that is the words. Because she heals me up. Of course, every battle now will be a double battle. Unless I manage to manipulate the situation in such a way that I am in front of her when I initiate a battle. Okay, so he didn't have anything to say. Here is the mossy rock where you evolve your Eevee into Leafeon, if ever you wanted one of those. Okay, let's go through over here. Ah, damn, it's two girls, or two people, not necessarily both of them girls. It's a young kid and a very attractive girl. And I forgot to get my theme going. On the other hand, I have a girl right next to me, so it's a good thing I didn't ask this girl to show me her underwear if she lost. Maybe I should stop doing the underwear thing because that is an easy thing to do. Maybe I should ask her to unbutton her shirt. Show me what she has under that shirt of hers. But it's not something conducive to the current battle because of the girl right next to me. It might leave a sour taste in her mouth. So I'll be a gentleman this time and just finish this fight as best I could. I'm kind of disappointed that Beldam didn't actually take out that Wurmple in a single attack. Means that Wurmple is quite strong. And now he goes for a Poison Sting against Chansey. Of course, Poison Sting doesn't work against Beldam because of his Steel typing. I think that is what is going on over there. That's why it didn't do it against me. Or Maybe he did it earlier on and I missed it because I was in thought for my trail of thought that I was on at that moment, or thinking about my trail of thought which I was on at that moment. Beautifly. Another bug for me to squash with a tackle, and he goes for a confusion and it does nothing. Okay, absorb. That does a bit, about 1 HP. Okay, try it again. Let's tackle. Pachirisu is confused. Uses Spark against Chansey. Chansey is paralyzed. The butterfly goes for a gust. And he does a sweet kiss against Beautyfly, causing confusion. So the girl on my side is doing the very strategies that I hate, which is to induce confusion. I hate those bloody strategies. But now I have to squash this butterfly, and it's probably going to take at least 2 attacks if I manage to actually induce the damage. Let's swap out to something a bit stronger because this fight is taking too long. I mean, this is the Ilex Forest. Battles over here should be over in a snap. Now that was a stupid idea from that girl over there. She should have attacked my water type immediately upon switching in. Disarming voice goes through. Okay, I'm going to go for Peck against the Beautyfly and take it out as quickly as possible. Why does it do baby doll eyes? That only lowers my attack. But Beautyfly is so much weakened that it hardly even matters. Now the question is the bug catcher done, or does he still have some more things up his sleeve? Some more Pokemon for us to eat? Yes, he has a Silcoon. Okay, let's just go for another Peck. Okay, Pluck should also work. Now he goes for an Electro-type attack against my bird. Realizing too late that I now have the advantage against the bug catcher. A significant advantage. Okay, what shall I do now? Okay, let's switch into our rock type. Our rock type, which will turn into a rock steel type later on. Pachirisu still does a spark. Okay, that sweet kiss induces another confusion. Let's go for a rock throw. That's going to work against the Pachirisu. It still does a spark. And I get bloody well paralyzed. Come on. Come on. Did I miss that bloody thing because of paralysis? Come on. No, I didn't. I'm just slower. Another rock throw. But I now recognize that I am lost in the queue of attacks to use. Okay, Life Dew. What does Life Dew do? Okay, it heals up Chansey. And it heals up me as well. Unfortunately, it does not take away the paralysis. And Pachirisu faints. That little nosy squirrel caused a lot of difficulty. The Nosepaws and Beldam are both on level 16 and Prinplup is on level 18. Okay. It wants to learn rest. But I'm not... What? Why did I learn rest? Oh well. I'm probably learning rest because I'm not using the tackle. That is probably what it's all about. And it just shows you what the moves I'm intending on replacing. Let's put it that way. Even though most of those moves are going to be replaced. Should I take these two one at a time or both together? Well, I decided to take them both together. It ends up being quicker to take them together instead of one at a time. And they're both psychic types. It might be quite easy for me to do this fight because Abra have a very weak physical defense, and my Beldam currently only has physical attacking moves, even though it is going to be a special attacker and defender, I think, although I can't remember what its stats are supposed to be. I don't think I ever looked at its stats. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Right after it hatched. Okay, so they're all attacking the Chancellor. Probably because of all the bulk. I was hoping that my tackle would take out one Abra instantly, but it didn't. At least Chansey takes out the Abra, which means I still only do one attack on each Pokemon. Okay, Beldam grows to level 17. Why did Beldam turn away? I mean, there was another Pokemon still available for attack. You could have just attacked it and gotten over with. But I think this game is designed to be as slow as possible. That's one of the problems with the reproduction, a faithful reproduction. There's so many mechanics that have improved, and they've decided to stick with the old mechanics. And I think they've added some mechanics of their own to make things difficult. I have only now realized what is going on over here. Beldam has grown to such a level that it has now become, disobedient. And it is not wanting to attack. So it has nothing to do with the creators and that conspiracy theory that I had over there. It is a general physical mechanic in the game that has always been there from the very first generation. If your Pokemon reaches a certain level and your Pokemon has not acquired the relevant badge, or you as a trainer have not acquired the relevant badge, then the Pokemon you're fighting with is not going to obey any of your orders. And that is exactly what is going on over here. And finally Beldam does a tackle because that's all it can actually do. It's a pity that Loaf Around is not in this game because that is what Beldam was actually doing. He was loafing around. And generally when a Pokemon loafs around, it gains some experience. This time that was not the case. Okay, there's an item right in the corner over there. Shall I? Okay, I didn't fetch it. Okay, I don't want to fight those. Don't want to fight whatever was over there. I'm just trying to get to the end of this route. And I think this might be the way to do it. Okay, there's an item right over there. Honey. A jar of honey. What is a jar of honey doing over here? And finally we reach the end of this route. We say goodbye to the lovely lady. Shall I go to the Pokemon Center quickly? And as I decide what to do next, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. Thank you and goodbye.